So then this album comes out. Do you know anything about it when it comes out in like 1973?
Well, I ran into Pat one of the places in Seattle that I played called the Walrus. I went in there one afternoon, and they were playing something on the record player, and it was Chicago. There was somebody playing Chicago
From the first album of theirs. It was
and
the Doobie Brothers.
I don't know what it is. You don't interrupt
I'm
me
just
all
guessing.
the time.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, God, you gotta get a
Well, who else ever recorded that song?
I don't know. That's not
what I
the
mean.
point. That's not the
Okay.
point. This is Seattle, 1971. None of this exists.
Right, okay.
I walk in. I'm the only person that knows that I've heard that song before, and that song was played around in the Los Gatos area,
Right.
Saratoga
Right,
area.
so
I'm
it's
the only
a
one that
weird-
knows that.
Yeah.
There are Seattle people in there. So I say, "Who is that?" And they show me the record, and it's the Doobie Brothers' first record.
Okay.
You know, and look at that's Pat. Wow, Pat Simmons. Boy, I think that'll be a flash in the pan and put it back. You know, yeah, whatever. Go about my life. You know, Pat's going about his life. And then 73, I come down, and I wanted to go play at the wine cellar, so I don't know how I did it, but I managed to get myself a gig there. I don't know how I did it. And I found O'Connelly somehow. That's probably just went to Old Town and wandered around. You know, I don't know. And I found that I already knew that Billy Dean had died. Beilharz, I don't know where he was, he wasn't around the area, but I found O'Connelly, and he and Sunshine, his wife or partner, came down. And Simmons came down because they knew where Pat was. So Simmons came down. And he told me that they'd recorded my song. And they had a check for me or something like that. And I didn't give him any information. I just said, okay, great, we hung around and, we're buddies and all that, but I didn't give him any contact information. So I left, and then he left. Neither one of us thought about it. So they had no way to find me except they started doing this search in the Seattle media. Because I think he must have known I was up there.
Okay.
Seattle, yeah. They finally found me to the Seattle.
You could easily mentioned it like while you guys were chatting sometime that you were heading back to Seattle or something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
O'Connelly knew also.
So
I don't know how it happened, but anyway. So then that's when I heard the song that he, the way he did it for the first time.
yeah. Well, that
He
must
was always a very clean player.
Yeah.
I'm sloppy, but
Yeah. I like a lot of the finger picking things he did later. Blackwater and some of the other stuff. I mean,
Isn't that a cool lick in there?
Yeah.
That solo he does in there. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
And even the and then the ones that are not necessarily finger picking, like South City Midnight Lady and some of that other stuff, are just and I can hear kind of like Al Beilharz kind of in him.
Did he take lessons from him?
I think so. Yeah, Al mentioned that he did.
Wow.
Yeah. Now maybe he didn't. Maybe
Wow.
Al just gave us that story. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to take credit for him. But yeah, so that doesn't seem familiar to
Oh,
you.
the other famous. Well, somebody else mentioned that. It might have been you though. I can't remember. About
Maybe.
Simmons taking lessons from Beilharz. Might have been
I wonder because I'm pretty sure Al told me that.
you. Yeah, I never knew at the time.
Yeah.
I never knew. Calkin was the other guy that was giving lessons, but
Oh, yeah.
he stopped by the time I came along. I think
Yeah.
because I was like a year and a half behind everybody,
Okay.
behind all the famous people.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy I mentioned before, my partner Greg Berger, his kind of childhood story was he started taking lessons from Yorma in Santa Clara at Benner Music when it was like 1964 or something like that, and he was only 9 or 10 or something like that, and all he remembers was taking lessons for a few months and then that his teacher disappeared to go join some rock band in San Francisco, and that's the last he heard of him, something like that. But that's like his little claim to fame sort of thing. He says, yeah, I took lessons from Yorma, didn't really learn much from him, and
Oh, he's still really good, man. He is, and he's like one of the only people besides myself that uses finger picks anymore. And he's got a sound, and you cannot sound like that without finger picks.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can sound good, but you can't sound like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's got a great sound, and it's amazing that he gets away with that on electric guitar too. That second album with Don, the Stratocaster, the album was recorded at the Chateau, the second Hot Tune album.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was their first album was this.
Is he using picks
Yeah.
on the Strat?
Yeah.
Lots of people use picks on electric guitar. Lots of blues players.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt uses picks. He uses plastic picks.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could never use them either. I tried to, because it would sound more like nails. But I could never make them work for me. They were too much in the way.
Right.
somehow.
Yeah. Well, I think with plastic ones, you've got such a different contact point. Is the thing
Yeah.
you got to get used to hitting the strings from a quarter inch away from where you would with your fingertips.
You ever
or
hear of a
something.
guy named Wayne Henderson?
I don't think so.
Check him out. Go on the web and check out on YouTube. Check out Wayne Henderson.
Ah.
Wayne builds guitars.
Oh.
He brags that he can build an entire guitar out of a pocket knife, and he probably can. He's really, really good.
Where is he? What part of the?
He's Tennessee, I want to say,
Okay.
or Virginia,
I'll track
back
him
there
down.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the real deal. And he plays fiddle tunes, on a guitar, and you'll think, wow, he's a really good flat picker, but he's finger picking.
Ah.
He's,
Yeah. The
he's
lute style.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
Wow.
And he uses, I keep them, most people do, I think, as close to the end of my finger
Sure.
as I can. He keeps them out straight.
So he's got
That's
that
how
same.
O'Connelly did.
Oh.
O'Connelly always had them out straight. And
Yeah.
I'd look at that, think, how do you have any control?
You just have to
He did.
adjust to play like that, and then you can't go back to playing without them. I don't
I would
think.
imagine.
That-
I would
It's like a
imagine.
one. It's
Yeah.
or it would take
Yeah.
quite a while, I think, to readjust.
Yeah.
Because I know the first time I tried them, all that was out there were plastic finger picks, and I tried them for a little while, and I thought, this sucks. This is this is not just happening.
You can steam them. I tried everything because
Yeah,
I
I tried
had
to
them for a
bend
while.
them to fit.
Yeah,
fit
that just didn't help.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.